Hey guys, welcome on in. It is now time to play MGS4 Act 4 in-depth playthrough. Got the episodes on standby to play. Let's boot up the game. And as usual, we'll start off with the mission briefing for Act 4. Enjoy.
We'll launch a stealth nuclear warhead at JD.
I thought you couldn't control the nuke with GW.
We can't. We've taken over their guns and heavy weapons, but the WMDs are still under JD's control. That's where Rex comes in. I know where to find nukes they don't control. Vamp, how long until Rex is ready?
All that's left is the final check. We've identified JD's location through GW, an abandoned 20th century satellite orbit, disguised as debris.
A clever place to hide.
Satellite orbit.
With a stealth nuke, there's no need to worry about the Patriots intercepting it. By the time they realize what's happening, it'll all be over.
Once JD, the core AI is destroyed, GW's priority will rise to 1, and all the systems under JD's control will then be ours to command. Now go, prepare our haven.
Yes, boss. What the devil is this?
The video feed from the Mark II cuts off here.
Haven. Yeah. Brevin was saying something about that.
In the beginning, the Patriot system was controlled by 4 AIs, with JD at the top. One of those AIs was GW. The Patriots thought it had been destroyed, but Liquid was able to use it as cover to slip inside the system.
GW. I knew I'd heard that name before.
George Washington.
GW was one of the Patriot Cell AIs. It was installed on Arsenal gear. Emma's worm should have put it permanently out of commission. But Liquid somehow recovered and repaired it. I'm guessing JD must be unable to recognize GW, even though it's inside the Patriot system. It's a blind spot. GW was written off as lost while it was still tied in. Using it let Liquid interfere with the AI from the inside. He made contact under the guise of Big Boss's genetic code. Even the AI threat detection system was fooled.
Even on the network. Freedom oversight from Patriots AI.
It all makes sense now. That's why they made Arsenal go berserk 5 years ago. GW was on board.
Where is this Hagen? Where is their base?
Don't worry. Mei Ling is using the position of the Mark II's last transmission to predict the course of Liquid's ship. It's only a matter of time before we find it.
But that's not all Liquid said. Something about Rex being ready.
Rex. Shadow Moses. It's Campbell.
The U.S. military systems are all in Liquid's hands now. The regional systems have all been shut down. Guns are falling silent across the earth. It's the first total ceasefire in human history.
How's the White House responding? The public.
The president has yet to make an official announcement. But the media is starting to pick up on it.
The information's gonna be controlled anyway.
Not this time. The war economy is ground to a complete halt. It's tough to play down a crisis of these proportions. War economy-related stocks are already going into a free fall.
They must be shitting themselves at the White House right about now.
In any case, America had better sleep soundly while she still can. Liquid's insurrection is about to begin. The first thing he'll do is try to destroy the system the Patriots built to control the U.S.
He's already taken the system.
No. Supreme authority still resides with JD, which the Patriots still command. Which is why Liquid plans to launch a nuclear strike on JD in its orbit.
But Liquid only controls SOP, and SOP only controls guns and small firearms. Unless he gains supreme authority, Liquid can't use America's nukes and ballistic missiles. So how's he gonna launch this strike?
Good question. The U.S. converted its nuclear arsenal to reliable replacement warheads 2 years ago.
RRWs.
Yes. The core of the RRWs is now completely ID controlled by the SOP system. You'd need supreme authority from JD itself to control them, and they can be shut down remotely in case of an emergency.
All the old nukes were pulled out of service when they deployed the replacements.
If Liquid can't use the nukes, then what's his plan?
That's it. He's going to use Rex.
What?
Rex was scrapped before the Sons of the Patriot system was implemented.
Of course. The railgun.
Indeed. Rex's railgun can launch a stealth nuclear warhead into space unconstrained by the system. In short, it's the only device they have that is able to launch a nuke. Liquid's going to use it to kill JD and deliver the coup de grace to the Patriots' reign.
Campbell, Where's Rex now?
I think you know. A long-forgotten base in U.S. territory outside the Patriots' control. The place where Liquid made his debut. His monument. Off the Alaskan coast, in the Fox Archipelago.
Shadow Moses Island.
If Liquid destroys JD, and his GW assumes total control over the system, he'll have the world at his fingertips. And no one will be able to stop him. Not even the Patriots. You are the only ones who can save us now. Snake, I'm counting on you. Defeat Liquid and put an end to his insurrection.
Enough is enough, Snake. You can't take any more of this.
I'm not dead yet.
That's not what I mean. You can't beat Liquid. He's got the Patriots' own control system on his side. Not only are weapons useless, but the US military is in shambles. And even if it weren't, Liquid's got enough men and machines to match it. Things can't get any worse. Face it, Snake. We've lost.
Otacon.
We never stood a chance.
It's not about winning or losing. No. We started this. And it's our duty to finish it. Sonny.
No! Jack can't go. He's not ready yet. He needs to rest.
Let me go, Sonny.
No. Your dialysis isn't done yet.
Snake. He's not ready yet.
Snake. I'll be fine. From now on, I'm living my life by my own will.
Rotten.
I won't live a proxy life. A slave to someone else's will.
I'm a shadow. One that no light will shine on. As long as you follow me, you'll never see the day.
You and I are both just pawns in this proxy
war. But once this is over, we will have our freedom.
Raiden.
I'll release you. It's the only way I'll ever be free.
Raiden. 5 years ago. That's not what I meant.
I've got nothing to lose.
Don't be an idiot. You know you've got someone to protect.
It was never going to work out for me. It even rained the day I was born.
You've got it all wrong. You were the lightning in that rain. You can still shine through the darkness.
The lightning.
Raiden. Look at me. Do you see this? I have no future. In a few months, I'm going to be a weapon of mass destruction. You have a family.
I have no family. I have nothing. I have always been alone. Always.
Raiden.
Don't leave me here. Alone.
This is my fight. My destiny.
Dr. Emmerich?
Mei Ling.
I got the results back. It's official. He's on Shadow Moses Island. We lost Metal Gear Mark II's signal along the way, but the ship was headed in the direction of Shadow Moses. This is a picture of the island taken by a civilian imagery satellite. The sea line is rising due to global warming. Have you heard that the entire Fox archipelago is about to slip into the ocean? The surrounding islands have already been evacuated.
Liquid's arrival there can only mean one thing.
He is going to use Rex.
That's how it looks from here. All the Metal Gears after Rex were embedded with system IDs.
Then what about Rex? What did Washington do with it?
The nuclear disposal facility on Shadow Moses hasn't been touched since the incident.
That was 9 years ago.
The president of Armstech and the DARPA chief were killed, and the Secretary of Defense was arrested. By the time the Shadow Moses incident was over, there wasn't a single person left there who knew what took place. It was as if nothing had ever happened. The data was either falsified or erased, so no traces would be left behind. We were exiled to desk jobs for the same reason. Rex and the nuke should still be where they were 9 years ago. Untouched.
A forsaken island. A haven.
Well, I'd say it's more like a forgotten island. And it's sinking too.
I thought I'd never go back.
It'll take me a while to get there, but I'll be backing you up from aboard the Missouri. She's the only ship in the fleet still able to move, since it was decommissioned before the system was put in place. And Hawaii's not that far away. Otacon, you're not wearing your glasses anymore.
Oh, yeah, I switched to contacts.
We rendezvous at Shadow Moses. He who submits to heaven shall live. He who defies heaven shall perish.
I have to atone for my past, too. Rex is a beast, born from my research. Let's go. Shadow Moses awaits.
Okay, I think we've got an iPod track from here. Lunar Nights. Main theme used in the opening movie and trailers. Okay. And also we did get a battery and a regain. And also we changed the imagery of their on their TV. Or should I say even TV? On their screen. Just say screen. Oh, here we go. This little mini thing that we have to do first. Play little Metal Gear Solid 1 for a second. It's a chaff. Ah, who cares about the camera?
Everything all right, Snake?
I was having that dream again.
We're here. Shadow Moses. You all right?
You could have just landed, Holocron.
I just slipped a little.
Oh.
Have to hurry. Not much time left.
Meet the Mark III. It's our last replacement, so try not to break it.
Who, me? Never.
One more thing. I don't see anybody around, but there are unmanned sentries patrolling the area. Be careful out there.
I don't know why Otacon couldn't have just landed. Like, so stupid.
The heliport is to the west of there. Head west and find that heliport.
And what if I say no? We need that. Might do. Hang on a sec. I won't need the iPod. Need that though. Some of these bits. Four. There might be some iPod tracks here that I didn't pick up. Definitely gotta look out. A gecko over here. Bang. Over here. I guess that's another spot just to hide away from the gecko. Thought about it. Alright, let's get to the main area. Let's go over here actually.
I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Should get some driven points from that.
What's a Russian gunship doing here?
Wow, he must be crazy to fly Hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Now the voices you hear is, I think it's from the Twin Snakes. It's not from the original Metal Gear Solid, which is, I don't know why they used the Twin Snakes version. How dare they? Right. I suppose we can just listen to this song, which is kind of ruining the moment, I suppose. If we just listen to the podcast straight away. What do I want to get rid of? I suppose the iron. Not bored about that. I suppose we could protect Snake's face for now. He's in the face camo. Got the Raiden A as well. Now it looks like Spider-Man. If there's anything over here. I suppose when you get further on, the image just kind of dies away. Alright, let's start up the podcast episode. Just turn this down a bit. Oh, wait.
Broadcasting from Konami HQ in downtown Tokyo, it's the world-renowned Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast. Hi everyone, this is the MGS4 Integral Podcast, Episode 8. I'm Aki Saito, joined with...
Hello, my name is Sean Eyestone.
And...
Hi, this is Ken Imaizumi.
Okay, today, Sean, we're in your favorite stage.
Yes, we are. We are in Shadow Moses.
What was our meeting point?
Our meeting point today is behind the truck in the heliport.
Yeah, just after, the opening sequence.
Right,
Yeah,
so after the opening sequence, you kind of go through that snowy area, and then you find the heliport, and then to the north of the heliport, there's a truck. So you should be standing right behind that truck. I just want to point out one thing. On the webpage, we've been getting comments and things from people, and one of the comments that we got was about, how we jumped back to the power station stage after we did the tracking stage?
Yeah.
And I think, a lot of people maybe only had one save, and so, there's a lot of trouble for them to have to backtrack. And so, we're sorry about that. Basically, when we're doing these podcasts, we're kind of doing it not necessarily in order. So people who are playing, you probably want to keep more than one save. Keep saves on all the levels, and be prepared because we may jump back again in the future. So
yeah, the thing is, when you're doing that, you have to mention where you're going to go next. Otherwise, people aren't going to know. So that's, if you're doing a podcast, you've got to keep people updated of what you're going to be doing next. You can't just say, where to be when you're doing the new episode. I mean, obviously this was 17 years ago, but still, it's stupid.
Just want to point that out.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, well,
you gotta give
Sean,
everyone a
I heard
heads
that
up.
You have so many memories in this actor stage, actually.
He has a lot of things to talk about.
You want to start off?
The private. Right.
How it changed your life?
I changed my life.
Oh, actually, there is something else. There we go.
Now you're talking. That's more like it.
Yeah, I forgot about it because the original was not overhead view.
Yeah, well, I guess first things first, I just want to thank everybody for sending in their messages and comments on the webpage, because we have been getting a lot, and, we haven't been replying to them on the show because, there's kind of a lag between when we get the feedback and when we record, but we want to thank everybody for sending in their feedback.
Some people wanted to know, who the hell is Sean?
Exactly.
Who is this guy?
Yeah. So, since I never really introduced myself properly, I guess now would be a good time to do it, since I was in charge of Moses. during Metal Gear Solid 4, I was involved with the script unit, and I think there's a lot of people who may not really know what that is, really, because in Kojima Productions, the script unit is kind of unique in a way. So basically what we do is we handle game design, level design, creating the maps, and doing all the scripting, and basically, all the stuff that brings the game together. So we communicate with the programmers, communicate with the designers, artists, and kind of bring everything together into the final stage.
So my understanding is that the script unit is kind of the central point where you gather all the material.
Right.
Make sure the flow goes right. Which flag is, up or down, things like that, right?
Right. So it's kind of like the focal point, where all the materials come together. The game design kind of comes together, the program gets put in, the art gets put in. And of course, we place the enemies, we tweak the gameplay, all that fun stuff.
He was in charge of Shadow Moses.
Yes.
Maps and all gameplay stuff. So if you guys have some complaining or anything, just call him up and say, hey Sean.
Yeah, but wasn't this a challenge for you? Because you know that all Metal Gear fans know the stage.
Yeah.
Mostly inside out.
Right. And that was the hard thing because we're revisiting Shadow Moses, so we have to reuse the same maps. Basically we want to use the same environments, but somehow create a new gameplay experience using those same environments. That was a really challenging experience.
Yeah, you have to be precise and you have to make it, to the next gen sort of from the PlayStation 1 actually.
Right.
So it's like 2 steps up.
Exactly. So somehow make it look the same, but make it look a lot better, and introduce something new to the gameplay that will be kind of fresh, to people who have played Metal Gear Solid 1, as well as people who may be playing Metal Gear Solid 4 for the first time.
Well, I think I have to say you and, the team doing this Moses stage did a real great job, because I could say that I had no kind of awkward feeling. I had an almost natural feeling that this was almost playing MGS1.
Cool.
But actually, come to think of it, it's not MGS1. Everything is all different. It's all, high res and things like that. The truck itself, that we're standing right behind is, it should be the same truck. And I do get the same feeling. However, it's probably totally different, right?
Right.
In a technical.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too, when we're planning the stage, we're kind of talking about it. We're like, well, it shouldn't be too hard because, it's the same as Metal Gear Solid 1. We'll just, make the same stage and it shouldn't be that hard. But actually, there's a lot of work involved because we basically remade everything from scratch. You can't reuse anything from the PlayStation 1 game. So everything is, totally from scratch and recreated just for Metal Gear Solid 4. So we had to try and recreate things so that they look the same, but just look a lot better. And also, a lot of effort was put into the environment effects, like the snow.
We had a hard time to create this snow.
Snow was quite obvious because, I thought that, it looked a lot colder than MGS1 because you get all the, snow sticking on the cameras and things like that. But, it was more like really kind of, how do you say, not foggy, but very snowy in a way. And you can't really, and you feel the coldness. And also there was no one there actually at the beginning, so you feel like you're really in a hollow.
Just all these effects. Snow would blow up on his, and then of course the ground. So that real nostalgia.
Tell the users.
All right. So first of all, one thing I want to point out is that we really wanted to create this really nostalgic feeling in Shadow Moses and in Metal Solid. But if you crawl under the truck, you'll find that the gun is actually under the truck this time.
Okay.
So people familiar with MGS1 should definitely pick that up. And one other hidden thing about this gun is if you go into your menu,
the weapons,
and equip it in your weapons, then return to the game, and when you equip this and ready it, you draw it to fire, you'll hear Snake reminiscing about this gun.
Yeah.
Okay, since to that then.
Just like old times.
Hey! Is that it?
You're back in Shadow Moses. You're here with the same gun. Just for people who played Metal Gear Solid 1, they're probably feeling really nostalgic, and so is Snake. All right. So anyway,
details.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
More details.
More details.
Okay. Give me more details.
Okay, another thing, we wanted to create this really nostalgic aspect to Shadow Moses, and another aspect of that was to have, the same songs from Metal Gear Solid 1, the same music, and so we really wanted to include, the theme song, The Best Is Yet to Come, and so, of course, you'll hear that when you first come in to the heliport area, but one thing to point out, and I think most people heard it, but just in case, there's some people who missed it, there is a condition where you may not hear this song. Basically, you have to come into the heliport area without being spotted. So if you're in an alert phase or a caution phase, the song actually won't play. So you really have to sneak past that gecko at the beginning of the stage, in the snowfield, and then sneak into this area. And when you do, as soon as the heliport comes into view, that song will begin playing, and you'll get this really cool nostalgia going on.
Good song.
Yeah, it's a great song. Okay, the next thing you want to do is, right now we're under the truck, so let's just go ahead and crawl out from underneath the truck and head up to the center of the heliport pad.
Okay, let's go. Okay, what happened? Oh, there's another item right in the center.
There's an item right in the center, which people remember was here in Metal Gear Solid 1 as well. Chaff grenade. In addition, when you come to the center of this heliport, you should be hearing some voices right now.
Yeah.
Already heard it.
So, of course, it's the scene from Metal Gear Solid 1 where you first get introduced to Maylin. People who are playing Shadow Moses, there are these flashbacks hidden all over the stage, so be sure to look around and listen for those. There's one more thing as well. If you stand in the center of this heliport, and I think this is a secret that I think most people probably have not figured out, because it's really hard to, and most people wouldn't do this. But if you put the camera, shift it so that you're looking at Snake from above, similar to the camera angle in Metal Gear Solid 1.
Top view.
Top view.
Yeah.
And you leave it here for a while. Here,
Snake say something.
Right. So he starts talking about the overhead view, saying how it's just like old times.
The game was the top view.
Yeah, overhead view, right? Yeah. And you actually, I heard a tune that you got some driven points.
Right. So this is actually a hidden feature, so you can get some driven points for this. People may remember that back in South America, there was, one hidden flashback on that stage as well. So for all of these flashbacks, if you listen to the end without skipping ahead, you will get driven points for that. So be sure not to run away and, cut the flashback off early, because you won't get the driven points. So be sure to listen to the end.
Okay.
One thing also is when you came up into this heliport, you picked up some chaff grenades. And these items, of course, people will remember them from previous Metal Gear games. But in Metal Gear Solid 4, they are very useful, especially in Shadow Moses. Because, this time around, Shadow Moses is completely inhabited by robots. So you've got the gecko, you've got the dwarf gecko, and when you use the chaff, it just totally disrupts them and makes it much easier to get to the stage. So, for people who are having a really hard time with dwarf gecko, what you should do is save these chaff grenades and, use them wisely, ration them out, and use them to get past the hardest areas of the stage.
Actually, I remember. I used this. I didn't know it worked, but I kind of used this predicting it worked.
Right.
And actually got them confused, and
especially for the dwarf gecko. The dwarf gecko just get completely wiped out by this chaff grenade. The geckos, they'll still be able to fire at you, but it does, keep them from moving. So either way, it's a very useful weapon.
Good. Okay.
Yes. Some people might gonna say, 10 years ago the chaff grenade was very, very, useful, and 10 years after, still the chaff grenade is useful.
Yeah, we're living in a world of information and technology and things, and
but still.
Yeah, but Ken, if someone put out the batteries off your phone, you're gonna be in trouble, right?
I know, but that's true.
You're saying there should be anti-chaff grenade.
So it should be countermeasures.
Counter chaff grenade thing. Hey, you could be right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, some people might gonna say.
And then there's gonna be a counter anti.
Right. We can just say it evolved beyond the next step. Right? Okay. They countered and countered again.
Okay.
Anyway.
Sean was, working really hard, and maybe, his life has been changing, from this point that something was happening.
What happened? Did something?
Do you want to bring that up?
Well, I thought, you were going to talk about, like, the gameplay and then your life in Japan.
My life in Japan.
Yeah.
Well, where to begin? Well, when I first started on Metal Gear Solid 4, it was shortly after I got married. And let me just give some advice to anyone out there who wants to start in the game industry. Do not get involved in a really huge project right after you get married. Your life will be hell.
Well,
yeah, it is very tough. I mean, there's always crunch time in these games, and especially for a game like Metal Gear, we're pulling some really crazy hours. And when you're single, that's fine, right? You can sleep in the office, you can do whatever, and it's your own time. But when you're married, things are a little different, and it's not as easy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Ken, we shouldn't talk about this anymore because Sean's starting to cry.
I'm getting a little misty.
Yeah, he really missed his wife. Who left?
Okay, well Sean, let's move on. Let's go to the west part.
All right.
West part of the what was it?
Yes.
What do you call it?
From the helipad.
Yeah.
Let's head to the west, and you'll see there's a storage room.
Yeah.
To the west, and so let's just head in that direction. People may remember that the storage room was here in Metal Gear Solid 1, but you couldn't go in. This time, the doors are open, and you can go in from this room to the other adjacent rooms through a duct at the back of the room. If you look at the corner, the northeast corner of the room, you'll also see a camera.
Yes, the surveillance camera.
Right, yeah. Surveillance camera that's also here from Metal Gear Solid 1. Right now it's not doing anything because we started the stage kind of in the middle from the back of the truck. But if you came in to this stage from the snowfield and you have The Best Is Yet to Come playing in the background, and you come to this camera without being spotted by any enemies, and there are no, flashbacks playing or anything else like that going on, you can actually see a very special sequence, another very hard to find hidden sequence, where we actually relive the first time Snake sees these surveillance cameras in Metal Gear Solid 1. So basically we match the same camera angle and have Snake look up at the camera, you hear the flashback, surveillance camera.
Surveillance camera?
Right.
Yeah, that one. Well, I couldn't find it. No, but I saw the demo, so I thought, I was doing something wrong. Because when I played the game, I didn't see this demo. And I was like, I know that there is a surveillance camera flashback, but I didn't see it when I'm playing the game. What did I miss?
Right,
what did I do wrong?
I think there's some people who may not realize what the conditions are. So, definitely come here while the song is playing.
I didn't know this. This is a real tough condition, isn't it?
It's pretty tough. You have to come here while the song is playing without being found, and without any of the the flashbacks playing in the background as well.
Yeah.
And you can only see this once. So if either camera will work, there's this camera here, and then there's also the one in the northeast.
Yeah.
So either one you go to, you'll see that camera sequence. For each camera, there's one sequence.
The camera sequence is really fun.
Yeah.
So people who play the Metal Gear Solid 1, they will love it for sure.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
People get a kick out of it. So for people who haven't seen it, go ahead and give that a try.
Okay, let's get out of this room, and where we head, Sean?
From this room, if you go through this, at the back of the room, there's actually a duct that leads to the other storage rooms that you couldn't get to Metal Gear Solid 1. And this time, if you crawl through this, you can actually get some items back there, like Kitty-chan ramen. So, in this really cold stage, it might be good to eat some nice warm ramen.
Well, this ramen noodle thing, I had a really hard time because, we were going to have the, but then I talked to some people from, the company. I had a big presentation to them, like, what kind of concept is this game, blah, blah, blah. But, they rejected. This is the second time because we tried it when we were making a Snake Eater. And this time, second time rejection. So I definitely want us to try one more time for the next project. If the ramen noodle will be in this series, and I definitely want to try.
What was their reason for rejecting it? Because it was a war game? Or?
Yeah, because of the war game, I think. They got peace concept of it, So
I heard this from Ken like 10 times.
Yeah, so many times because I
really
okay.
Yeah.
We're not making a just killing they're killing people. The war game.
This time, it's kind of difficult. Anyone you speak to that knows the game but hasn't played the game, and it's a kind of looks like a war game.
Yeah.
A lot of people misunderstand that this is a kind of actually a real big anti-war, anti-nuclear.
Mm-hmm.
It always has been the message in MGS. That's why I like it. It's one of our favorite games. Of course, the fans who are listening to our podcast really understands what's behind it, and it has a lot of metaphors and things like that. It's really good. But for the people who generally know, it could be a little difficult. I mean, you have to play. You have to play the game to understand.
Right.
All right,
so
Sean,
what he wants to tell me is, the thing was my fault. My presentation.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. You should have taken me. I mean, I'm a good presenter. Okay. Can you take me next time?
Okay.
I'll get you. I'll get you.
Cool. All right. So anyway, there's the Hideo ramen in there, but this time we're not going to get it. So let's just head back outside because there's another thing that I want to show you back up on the heliport.
Okay.
So let's head back to the center of the heliport.
All right.
Okay. Now when you get to the center here, people may remember in past Metal Gears that you could take pictures of ghosts in the game.
Yeah.
Right? And in Metal Gear Solid 1, there were a lot of ghosts hidden around stages, in Shadow Moses. And, well, in Metal Gear Solid 4, those ghosts are back. And most of them are in the same place. Of course, we couldn't put all of them in the same place because not every location in Shadow Moses is in the game this time. So we had to move some of them to other locations. But basically, all the staff who worked on Metal Gear Solid 1 and is, still with us in Metal Gear Solid 4, their ghosts are in the game. And one of them is right on this helipad. And, some people may have realized this, some people might not have realized this. But the only time they'll show up is if you take your camera out and take a picture. And you won't see it until after you take the picture. That's the way it normally works.
You have to tell where you get the camera first?
Right, yeah. Of course, in order to do that, you have to get the camera first. So for people who haven't found the camera, it's actually in the Nomad. So while you're in the plane, during the interactive cutscene, you go ahead and use your Mark II or Mark III and wander around the plane, and you can actually find the camera in there. So for those who haven't gotten the camera yet, just go ahead and pick that up. And in Shadow Moses, go ahead and equip it. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So if you go into your menu and equip your camera, and kind of aim it at the center of the heliport. And take a picture. And you'll see a faint, ghostly image appear when you hit the shutter. Yeah, some center.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to switch on and off to the podcast and camera and things like that, right?
Yes. So, people are listening to the podcast right now, so if you want to do this, you'll have to switch to your camera.
So you can just about see it. We're not taking a picture here. There. But it doesn't like you can't. I don't know if you can actually see it. It's 2 people. No. Okay. Is it like here? There we go. So you can't just hold it, so you have to probably pause it in the VOD. Okay.
But before we move on, there's another thing that I want to point out about these ghosts, is that usually you won't be able to see them until you actually click to take the picture. But there is a hidden way to make these ghosts appear in your camera viewfinder without snapping a picture, and it makes it a lot easier to find these ghosts. And to do that, you have to be playing through the game a second time. Because when you're fighting Screaming Mantis, you can get the Sorrow Doll.
Yeah.
Right? And if you get the Sorrow Doll from Screaming Mantis, Sorrow, of course, from Metal Gear Solid 3, can see dead, dead people and things like that. And in Metal Gear Solid 4, you can use it to control dead people. And if you equip it while you're equipping the camera, so if you go into your weapons menu and equip the Sorrow Doll, and then ready it as a weapon while you have the camera on, you'll see the ghost actually appears without you clicking the shutter.
And it's actually more clear.
And it's clearer, and it's kind of, floating,
Is it bigger as well?
It's a shame I've only got the
It's not
mantis
bigger.
though.
It's the same size. Same size.
Nose and glasses.
Wow.
That's very cool.
But this makes it a lot easier to find.
Okay.
So yeah, just go ahead and equip your camera, equip the Sorrow Doll, and maybe, explore Shadow Moses this way and look for some ghosts because there's a lot of them hidden all over the stage.
Details.
And this is why Shadow Moses took so long to make.
Where'd the ghost? Okay.
All right. So let's head to the north.
Okay.
And we're going to go up the stairs in the northeast.
Oh, this is my favorite part from MGS1 because, you know when the guards come over?
Right.
And you kind of hide. This is the first time you kind of encounter these, I think, the last moment thing.
Yeah, and you're kind of like on these stairs, right?
Yeah,
the guards are right above you, and you're kind of hiding here.
And you're thinking, oh, should I go back or should I go kill him? And things like that. I love this part.
So right now, for people who are wondering where we are, we're right in the middle of the stairs right now. So we're going to head up to the top of the catwalk. And then at the top, we're on the second floor. Just follow the catwalk
to the
left. You should be heading to the west. And you'll see the duct on your right-hand side.
Yeah.
So stop in front of the duct.
I remember this point as well because every time you get spotted from the guards, you kind of duck into the duct and
you're trying to get in as quickly as possible. The snake's like ducking down and
it's very slow and
the guard sees you. Yeah. But anyway, no guard here this time, so let's go ahead and duck down, crawl into this duct. And as soon as you get in, crawl a little ways and you'll hear another flashback.
Yeah. This is McDonald Miller. Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival.
Turns out it wasn't Master Miller, it was
Who is this guy?
Master Miller.
Master Miller?
Yeah. But he sounds like somebody else.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Yeah, sounds pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Who is?
Somebody else in Metal Gear Solid 1, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, this is a long duct. Hey,
It is a long duct.
Yeah, what happens if you kind of look down?
You can look down. You can see, look into the other rooms or peek out through the grates and see the dwarf gecko crawling around. So
okay.
You can go ahead and do that. But this time the duct, is just one way, so just go ahead and follow it to the end. If you follow these rats, they'll lead you out. So
the rats are still here.
Yeah, the rats are still here, so you won't get lost. Okay, so when you get to the end of the duct, you pick up some iPod music. This was the Warhead storage background music from the original Metal Gear Solid 1.
Mr. Muraoka composed this music, right?
Yeah. We were talking to Mr. Muraoka about this music. He was talking about how insanely difficult it was to make this on the original PlayStation. Back in those days, you had to load all of the sound into memory and basically call everything by hand. It's not like you could just stream audio from, a disc or, load everything into memory like we do now. That's just realize, listen to the quality of this background music and realize that this all had to be done by hand.
Okay. Shall we move on?
Yep. All right, so next, let's just go ahead and climb out from this duct. So go to the edge, press the triangle button, and you'll swing down and hang from the edge of the duct. And be careful when you drop down here because, there are the dwarf gecko patrolling to drop down. So let's go to the end of the catwalk behind this
small
container at the end of the catwalk here. Hide behind this container.
Alright, let's take care of these geckos, actually. Guess that's not working. I'll have to use an AK. Used to be nice, actually. Tick, come on, come on, come on. A little bomb. Let's turn it up a little bit for now. Rack up a lot of points here. Get off. Come on, right here. They're cute little alert as well. Stop respawning. Oh wait, let's get a can we get suppressed for this? Cool. Getting a suppressor would be so much better. More. These ones as well. Yup.
Could you be Snake? Are you Solid Snake? The legendary Solid Snake? You?
Don't worry. You'll land back on them once you leave me. The reality is no match for legend, I'm afraid.
I unlocked the cargo door for you.
Where are you?
Where I can see ya.
Where I can see ya. Alright, let's continue on.
Here so that you don't get spotted by the dwarf gecko. And if you look to the east, you'll see that door with the number 4 written on it.
Number 4?
Number 4.
Yeah.
And there's actually something really special about that room number 4.
Special.
Yo.
Special.
Can we go inside?
You can go inside, but not now. If you try to go inside now, you'll find that the door is actually locked.
Yeah.
But later on in the game, that door will open. Actually, in the next stage, when you activate the power, and Otacon disables the security, this door will be open. So be sure to come back here and check inside of there, because there's a pretty cool item.
What kind?
You can actually get an iPod track.
Oh.
Okay, so we drop down from this duct. Again, dwarf gecko patrolling. And once they're gone, quickly drop down from this catwalk. End of the catwalk, swing over the edge, drop down, and as soon as you hit the ground, head outside through underneath these shutters to the north. And then stop as soon as you get to the other side of the shutters.
And we'll get another.
And you will be hearing another flashback as soon as you drop down.
We just heard that one.
Now you should be in this laser hallway, which you'll remember from Metal Gear Solid 1. And, again, to bring up the nostalgia, we actually placed these dwarf gecko on the walls in the same positions, the same place as the lasers in Metal Gear Solid 1, to kind of, recreate that feeling. We're in the exact same spot. And another thing I want to point out while we're here is if you go ahead and equip your solid eye and enable night vision, look at the ground, you'll see some footprints.
These are footprints of...
Familiar?
Yeah, what? Yeah. There's 2 footprints.
Right. And people may recognize one set from South America.
Yeah.
During our tracking mission.
The heels?
Yep, the heels. So you can deduce that Naomi was here. And the other pair of footprints actually belongs to Vamp.
Yeah, he also kind of does that Vamp walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, over here.
Yeah, he's pretty smart. Vamp walk.
Yeah.
Look around on the ground and you see their footprints here and there. So people who want to do that can go ahead and take a look. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move through this hallway. So we're going to head to the north and just be sure not to get spotted by these lasers. So wait till you can run through. Run under these lasers. Get to the end.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We're out in the canyon.
Okay, we stop here?
Yeah, so let's stop here. So, once again, we're out in the snow. And you'll hear another flashback.
We're out in the canyon, and what do you want to...
Snake, be careful. There are Claymore mines around there. Who are you? One of your fans.
Want to tell us?
All right.
This canyon part.
All right, so first thing I want to do is let's head to the right. Go to the east.
East?
And there's kind of like this big boulder here. So let's just go around this boulder until you hit the wall, like this rock wall.
Yeah.
And then to the east, there's actually a pathway leading up to these. So let's go up this pathway.
Okay.
And at the end here, you'll find a rock wall and a bunch of items. But, originally, when we were making this stage, there was not a rock wall here. There was actually a lake beyond this. And, we had this whole, scenario where there was a frozen lake, and there were gecko patrolling on top of the lake, and you could, break the ice and, drop them down to the water, things like that. And that was actually, an entirely different route that you could take to get to this point.
Yeah.
So in the original design for the stage, you could actually bypass that whole heliport area completely and go from the beginning.
I see, to here.
Right, so when you first come down from the helicopter, instead of going, to the west, if you went to the north...
That probably would have been a good speed run.
And get to this lake area, and it would hook up to the canyon from this path here. But, back then, Moses was envisioned as kind of more of an action-oriented stage. But, you know, midway through, we decided we wanted to go with more of a nostalgic feeling for the stage. And then, you know, of course, the other thing was that we felt it would be a really horrible waste for people not to see the heliport. You know, because that's probably the most memorable thing that people, you know about Metal Gear Solid 1 was that, you know, sneaking from that heliport in the beginning. So, yeah, we definitely wanted to make people go to that heliport. So, for that reason, we decided to close this path.
I see. So, there is still a lake behind that, I guess.
Beyond here, I guess you can imagine there's a lake beyond that.
Okay. No data.
Yeah, not anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been buried by snow.
Okay. So we got the items, so what are we going to do? We're going to head back?
Okay, yeah, so let's head back to the canyon. So go down the slope, and you'll see these two gecko who are in power save mode. So let's sneak by these. If you go towards, you know, through the middle of the canyon.
Let's not sneak by them, and let's destroy them.
You can get by without waking them up, so carefully do that. And then when you get past these gecko, kind of lined up with the second gecko, then to the west, you'll see this small little cave, which was also here in Metal Gear Solid 1. Probably when you get to this point, you'll hear Otacon going on about one of the geckos waking up. But if you come into this cave, you can get an item here. You can get the iPod track Following Destiny, which is from Zone of the Enders. Yeah. All right, so I think we will wrap it up here. From this point, all that's left is to head to the north, and of course you crawl under that shutter, and you go to the next stage.
Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast. Broadcasted from Konami HQ in downtown Tokyo, it's the world-renowned Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast.
All right, welcome to episode number 9 of the MGS4 Integral Podcast. My name is Sean Aisto, and as always, I'm here with Aki Saito.
Hi, everyone.
And producer Ken Imaizumi.
Hello, everyone. Okay, Sean, we're in the latter half of Shadow Moses.
Right, so we are in the Shadow Moses nuclear warhead storage building, first floor. So at the beginning of the show, this time, you know, we'd like to try something a little bit different.
Okay.
I think I'd like to just ask everybody what everyone's favorite drama scene in Metal Gear Solid 4.
That's a tough one. Sean, do you have already one?
For me, yeah, you know, there's a lot. You know, there's so much drama in the game that it's hard to choose just one. You know, and this is a spoiler, by the way, so anyone listening.
Yeah, let's not listen to the spoiler. Right, let's turn this back up a sec. I'll turn my mic off and then listen to what that spoiler bit is, and then I'll come back. Okay, should be alright now.
You just crawled in from under the shutter, and we're at our checkpoint, the start of the stage. First thing I want to point out is that, you know, as with the previous stages in Shadow Moses, and with almost all the stages in Shadow Moses, you know, the item placement in this stage is pretty accurate, and, you know, follows a lot of the item placement from the first game. So, you know, people may remember to the left here, if you go towards that window, you can get a ration at the end of that. Just something for people who played the original Metal Gear, something for them to keep an eye out for. You know, maybe they might get a kick out of seeing items in the same spot. But anyway, let's just go ahead, proceed down this slope, and head into the building.
Okay, let's walk up. I've been saying many times, but I hate this stage. I mean, this for me is was the most difficult stages ever.
Really?
Yeah, for me, I really had a hard time.
Sean's gonna cry.
Yeah.
I know. We do.
I don't see any enemies around here. Okay, we'll go through the door all the way at the back.
Otacon, last time around we had a few complications and wound up going through the commander's office in the basement.
That's right. I remember now. But there's no need to go all the way down there this time, right? The back door takes us straight where we need to go.
Good point.
Okay then, let's get to the back door.
About this before? Yeah, he spent such a long time. Yeah, to create this stage.
So we just crawled under the
Gate? I mean, what do you call
The first shutter.
The first shutter.
Right. And so we're in this area, you know, that people will probably recognize from Metal Gear Solid 1, where there's the nuclear warheads in the hangar. First thing I want to point out is if you go ahead and put in your solid eye and look at the ground, you'll see that, you know, Vamp's footprints, Vamp and Nomi's footprints are here as well. You know, they were in the previous stage. You know, we really wanted to just get the personality behind Vamp and Nomi into these footprints. So you'll see that they don't just, you know, head straight on through to the back. You know, they kind of wander around. Nomi takes a slightly curvy path, takes a look inside of the truck, you know, things like that. And one thing, at the end of the first Moses stage, when you're in the corridor with the lasers, if you use your solid eye there and look at the ground, you can see Vamp's footprints there. And there's actually some pretty funny footprints there, because he's kind of dancing around. You can see, you know, Frost footprints. He's kind of doing that dance that he does, you know. Other than that, what I really want to point out in this stage is that there's a lot of detail here that wasn't here in previous Metal Gears, but finally the team was able to get this looking exactly the way they want to look.
Yeah, high def.
High def, and a lot of detail, you know, glare on the floor.
I mean, but it's really interesting to, I think most of the users realize that there's not a big change, although technically there's a lot of big change. But I kind of, when I first stepped into Shadow Moses, I thought it was like just doing MGS1 again.
Right.
But come to think of it, yes, it's all, you know, like a blocked up, you know, MGS1 because of the power of PlayStation. It's all like blocked and things like that. It's not as accurate and well drawn as this, but you get the feeling that it's the same stage. So it's really, I don't know, people really get used to these high-tech things.
Yeah. You know, one thing that's kind of funny, you talk about, like, you know, really the blocked-up look for Metal Gear Solid 1. But, you know, talking to the staff that actually worked on Metal Gear Solid 1, you know, there's a reason for why these missiles are covered up with tarps. And that's actually so that they could cut down the polygon count in the original game. You know, they wanted to have just, like, a whole bunch of missiles in this room. But, you know, they couldn't put it all in there. So they decided to put tarps over some of the crates, you know, hide half of the missile under a tarp so they could kind of trim back the polygon count. And, you know, in addition, if you look at the windows around this room, you know, now if you look at them, you can see that there's missiles on the other side of those windows. You know, so there's other hangars with a lot more missiles in them. But of course, you know, with the original Metal Gear, that wasn't really an option. So now, you know, this is finally able to come through the way Hideo Kojima really wanted it.
Well, thanks, PlayStation.
Yeah, thank you,
Play computer.
But anyways, let's go on. So we're looking at the rockets.
So head to the north,
straight
to the rear,
straight up.
the rear of the hangar, and you'll get to the gate. So let's just head over there. On the way, there's a truck on your left. If you want to crawl in there, you can get a FIM 92A. So just move on, and when you get to the end, to this control panel, you'll get a call from Otacon.
Huh? Snake, that door is locked.
How do I open it?
Security is shut down altogether. You can't release the lock without activating it. You'll have to log in somewhere. I've got it, Snake. My old office is close by. With the power on, you should be able to unlock the door from there. And if you check the facility records, we can find out Rex's status and who's been in and out. You remember where it is, Snake?
I'm not senile yet.
Just to be safe, I'm marking it on your map. You old geezer.
Geezer.
Snake, the password is 48273. Think you can remember that?
I told you, I'm not senile. Yet.
Well, we're going to be using a different code for that. So I'll explain, unless they explain it in the podcast, but I will explain it if they don't. Let's carry on.
So he'll tell you the door's locked, you gotta get the password, and then he'll activate the elevator for you. So let's just head straight to the elevator and head on down, because there's a lot of cool stuff down there.
Okay. So we climb up the catwalk.
Right, climb up the catwalk, head to the second floor, and then just go around, follow the catwalk, until you get to the elevator. And one thing, this is going way back during the concept planning stages for the stage. Originally, the stage was more of an action-oriented stage. One of the ideas was that you could actually take the elevator down to the bottom.
Really?
And access a secret base, things like that. But, you know, in the end, we decided we really wanted to emphasize more of the nostalgic aspect of Moses. Okay, so let's go ahead and call the elevator. You know, there's something about this also. You know, people who played the original Metal Gear, I remember that if you rapidly press the elevator button, the elevator actually will come faster.
Oh,
so that's preserved in here also. We wanted to have that in there for the fans. In real life, because that's what you do, right? You're in a rush, you like press it. You want it to come quickly.
But the elevator
never comes.
No.
Yeah. In this game, you can do it, and it will come a little bit faster.
Okay, so we head to which floor?
B2. You head down to B2.
This elevator.
Well, Metal Gear Solid 1, when you ride and then change the floor, and then when they're showing that, moving that floor to floor, they're loading behind
in the background,
like in the background.
But at this time, the PlayStation 3 is so powerful, so much memory, so we don't have to do that download in the background.
This time you can get on the elevator and walk around and shoot.
While you're in the elevator. You can do whatever you want.
That's why in MGS1 you couldn't do anything. And once you're in the elevator, when the elevator's moving.
Right.
So that was a trick.
That was a trick. I think a lot of people didn't realize it, or the people who did realize it were really hardcore.
Okay, where we go, Sean?
Okay, so the first thing we want to do is head out into the hallway, step forward a little bit to the south, and then turn to your right, and you want to head to the west. And when you get into this room, you'll see control panel on your right. It's kind of blown up. And of course, people will recognize this control panel from Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yes.
This is, of course, where you used the Nikita missile and blew it up. But, it's not completely destroyed. And for people who maybe didn't realize it, you can actually use this. You can still activate the electric floor in the hallway from here using the Mark III. And you can actually use this to electrocute the gecko that comes down in the later half of the stage.
Oh.
Did you know this?
No, I didn't know.
Yes, a lot of people had a hard time to beat the gecko in this part.
Yeah.
But, what you're supposed to do, or, the best strategy is after the gecko drops down, then you kind of go back into the hallway, hide behind the door, and then use your Mark III and send him over to this control panel and activate the electric floor while the gecko's in the hallway. You can take him down really quickly. On top of that, you'll also get some driven points as a bonus.
Wow.
Very quick way to beat the gecko.
You didn't tell me that.
I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding. I knew it.
When I was playing, you didn't tell me that. Okay.
But, we really wanted to put this in also just, because we had the electric floor in the hallway and we really wanted to use it again. Yeah, it's something that, players will remember from the first one. Definitely wanted to use that in some way. So you can use that on the gecko. For people who want to try it, you can also use it on Snake. So if you have Snake stand in the hallway and you send the Mark III down here, you can electrocute Snake also. Which doesn't sound too impressive, but, we had to make a motion just for that.
That's why taking a long time to do.
Yeah.
Sean. It took so much time creating this level.
No, it's just, you gotta put the details in there, especially for the fans.
Okay, one reason I hate this stage, nothing against personally to you, Sean, is about, the gecko.
Right.
And when you have all these dwarf geckos, kind of like trying to sneak through.
Right.
And not even get spotted by the geckos, nor the dwarf geckos. And, once you get spotted, you're like hammered.
Yeah. There's a way to do it.
Yeah, tell me in this stage, how do you do it?
Well, in this stage, of course, at the end, after you finish talking to Otacon and restoring the power to the stage, you come back up the elevator, and, there's a gecko that follows you up.
Yeah.
You're supposed to distract the gecko while Otacon opens the door. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But there's actually a faster way to get through it, and that is just to, destroy the gecko. And so this applies to all the gecko in the game. The weakness is their leg, right? They have very weak legs. So if you aim for the knees, you can actually bring them down. And once they're on their knees and they're on the ground, you can aim at the head. And there's a weak point right at the top of the head. If you equip your solid eye and look at it, it'll actually show you the weak point. And say, shoot here, basically. They kind of have a triangular head.
Yeah.
And if you're looking at it from above, it's kind of in the middle. More or less in the middle.
Yeah.
So if you shoot at that particular area, then you can very quickly take out the gecko. So even using something like, your M4 custom or just any type of gun, you can quickly hit the legs and then hit the head right after that, and you can take them down pretty quickly.
Any other gecko episodes?
Well, there's the gecko, and then there's also, as you mentioned, the dwarf gecko.
Yeah, I hate those.
Yeah, you hate those. I think everybody hates the dwarf gecko. But, we wanted to add some kind of personality to the stage that's different from everywhere else. And so, the idea was you have these dwarf geckos that just kind of swarm out and smother you. But, there's a way around these as well. Of course, you can just shoot at them with, rapid fire. That works. If you're trying to sneak by them, you can also use tranquilizer rounds on the dwarf gecko as well.
Really?
But you have to aim for the arms.
Ah, the arms.
Yeah, if you hit that orb part in the center, they'll just, realize they're there. They're found. But if you aim very carefully and hit the arms, you can actually incapacitate them.
I always got the feeling that the dwarf geckos are much more, smarter than normal guards and things like that. Just a feeling.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they're mechanical, so they follow, set routes and patterns because they're supposed to be a machine. But the thing is, they're very sensitive. They have very good hearing, especially. So you really have to walk slowly while you're around them. If you run by, they'll hear you running. They'll come after you. So, yeah, I think, the key is just to kind of walk slowly, use your tranquilizer guns to get past, particularly challenging areas. And then also, of course, if you have chaff, you can use a chaff grenade. That makes things really, really easy.
Well, at the really end of the game, I really kind of gave up, and I just ran through the dwarf geckos. Someone told me this technique, just run through it.
Right.
Just dive and run through it.
Well, that works.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, because, you wanna head to the next, cutscene or whatever, or the next stage. I just kind of ran through everyone. But anyways, okay.
Yeah. But, if you do fight them, though, there is a reward that you can get for taking them out. And you can get a very rare weapon from these dwarf geckos.
Oh, really?
If you destroy enough of them, they'll drop a DE, which is a handgun.
Yeah.
It's a really good handgun.
Yeah,
it's a very rare handgun.
Yeah.
And the only enemies that drop them are these dwarf geckos.
I see.
All right. So, anyway, from this room now, let's head to the west, and we'll go through this other lab section. So head to the west, and then you'll see a door on the south. So head through that door. Here you'll actually get a call from Otacon, and he's kind of reminiscing on the room, talking about the damage that he did to the control panel.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah. Well,
that was actually.
Everything looks exactly like I remember it. Except for that wall way in back, anyway. I still can't believe how much damage you caused in such a small space.
The switchboard. Nailed it with a remote control missile to shut down the electric current in the floor. The guidance system in those things takes up so much space, it hardly leaves any room for explosives.
Didn't make much of a bang, huh?
Hardly. Switchboard's still intact.
You're right. The wiring past the switch circuits could still be live.
Wait a minute. I'm not gonna get shocked if I walk on this floor, am I?
No need to worry. As long as you don't turn the current back on.
See what else you see.
This brings back memories. My colleagues and I used to work in these cubicles. We were all brilliant engineers. The best of the best. And we were close, too. Like family.
What happened to him?
We used to play pranks on each other all the time. Like, on this one girl's birthday, we stuffed her cubicle completely full of balloons. Or this other guy who got married, when he came back from his honeymoon, he found his workstation had been hollowed out and its guts replaced with jelly beans.
Sounds like a blast.
It was. But all that time, my colleagues and I, we were building Rex. Here we are, messing around in our cubicles all day like giddy grad students, and what do we end up with? A weapon of mass destruction. It's not exactly the sort of thing you can look back on and laugh, is it?
You obsess over the past too much. It's a bad habit. Come on, I need directions here. That's your job, right? To support me.
Yeah, you're right. You can count on me. We're partners after all.
Good to have you with me, partner.
It's good to be here, Snake.
That's the first time I've ever heard this conversation.
Hey, Snake. Something I've been meaning to ask you. That canyon, isn't that where you demolished Raven's tank? How'd you do it, anyway?
Grenades.
How? Well, grenades.
That's it? You didn't use an anti-tank missile or something?
Maybe chaff as well.
Didn't have one.
Your technique is kind of... well, how do I put this? archaic when it comes to fighting tanks. Honestly, I don't think it'd work on today's main battle tanks.
Nope.
Well, that's how I did it. What do you want me to say?
You know, I asked an active duty army officer once, if an infantryman had to take on a tank one-on-one, how should he do it?
And what was his answer?
Don't. He swore there's no way in hell a single infantryman could take down a tank by himself.
Huh. Interesting.
I always suspected there was a little something crazy about you, Snake. But hearing that story, now I know it. You're nuts. Single-handedly taking out a tank? That's crazy. You're insane.
Otacon, is this your idea of a compliment?
Yes. You're the toughest, craziest, most hardcore badass on the planet. You're the shit.
Okay, I remember hearing that one before, but it's just the way he says it. It's just, there's not much emotion in that. It's not like, you're the shit. It's you're the shit. It's just so lame the way he says it. I'm pretty sure that they wanted Christopher to say it like that, just to say it sound a bit kind of lamish while he was saying that. You know, because he's has this kind of he's kind of like nervous and a bit like scared of saying that, but he's just maybe he's just not used to swearing, but it's funny. All right, let's continue on.
You left it intentionally, though.
Really? Uh-huh. You know, we were talking about this demo sequence when Otako comes up, and then he kind of has this habit of, how do you say it?
He's kind of pushing his glasses up with his finger.
Yeah, even though he doesn't have his glasses anymore.
Right.
So I asked Sean, was this deliberately made? And the producer, Kim made a funny face, saying maybe it was kind of... It's not a bug, is it?
No.
Okay,
It's not.
Good. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
no, that's something a lot of people had issues with. Also, you know, they said, is that right? You know, because he doesn't have glasses, but, you know, yes, that was intentional. You know, if anybody who wears glasses, I think they can attest to it. You know, if suddenly you just switch to contacts and you've been wearing glasses all your life, you probably will.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you know, no watch, and then you, like,
look at the watch?
keep on,
Look at the wrist, your wrist.
Right.
Sometime. That's,
Okay.
That's the same thing.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I thought it slipped through the thousands of checking.
No.
Okay. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay, we're in this room. I remember all these papers and things like that.
So let's just head to the south of the room, and at the very southern end of the room, you'll find an item. And this is the Metal Gear 20 Years History, Part 2. So people who want to relive the music of the Metal Gear series, it's kind of a medley of all the Metal Gear series music strung together in an orchestra format, which is really cool. Okay, so next what we want to do is crawl under this desk at the south end of the room. And head to the east.
The East Hall.
Right, before they do that, let's see if it's still here. There it is. Famous like head statue. I don't wonder if they mention it.
Yeah, you'll find yourself in a hallway
with the electrifying. This is the electrifying floor, right?
Right. One thing to point out though, on the left here also, if you go to the farthest room on the north, nearest the elevator, people who played the first one, they may remember there's like a Moai statue in the room.
Moai statue?
Moai statue.
Do you know that?
No. Moai statue?
Yeah.
Do you know Moai statue?
If you head to the north, and just head to the glass door, number 1.
Room number 1.
Room number 1.
Yeah.
And look in there. You'll see that Moai head from Radius.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Konami's kind of icon.
Right. Yeah. So that's still there. Yeah. We actually paid a lot of close attention to that while we were making this. So all the rooms, you know, have the same type of items in them. Anyway, so from this point, backtrack and head to the east. You'll head through this doorway and head into this hallway where you hear a flashback with Ninja, right?
Yes.
Sequence in Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah, the corridor, with the hall, with all the blood, and, you know, There's a lot of dead bodies.
Right. So we're just going to head through here and head to Otacon's room. But stop right before you enter the room and actually end here for this session. Because once you enter Otacon's room, there'll be a long cutscene. But we would like to talk about some other things in this stage. People may not realize this. When you are in the cutscene, Otacon asks you to input the passcode for the computer. And there's actually several codes that you can put in that aren't actually the correct code, but they'll give you some special bonuses.
So if you put in 14893, that will give you 100,000 Drebin points. I suppose I don't need to do that because I've got loads of points. I don't really need to do that. I think some of the other codes are maybe like for iPod tracks. I can't remember, but let's see what they say.
So I think we'll go ahead and explain those codes.
Okay, name one.
Okay, so the first one is 78925, and that'll
78925. Let's put that down.
give you the old LA 2040 music. Where's that from, Ken?
Police Notes, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Police
yeah.
Notes. There is the Police Notes poster in the room
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
So, I think a lot of people at least kind of heard of Police Notes,
Well,
even if they haven't played it.
I think a lot of Kojima fans know about Police Notes and Snatcher in general anyway.
Yeah, Snatcher and Police Notes,
And, well, one more code is another Police Notes song, and that is 13462. People want to hear the ending song from
13462. Okay.
Police Notes 13462 is the code for that.
Wow. Well, what happens? I mean, I didn't try this. The tune goes on?
You basically get the iPod track.
Oh, okay,
right?
okay.
So you input this code, and then after the cutscene ends, it returns you to the game, and then you get a message at the bottom of the screen saying that you got that iPod track.
Okay,
so then after that, you can go ahead and start up your iPod and listen to it.
Cool.
But one thing to point out is that if you put in these codes, it's actually the wrong code.
Yeah.
So, Otacon will tell you, Snake, you're getting old, you don't remember, and this kind of thing. And, of course, Snake his feelings will be hurt, and his sight gauge will go down. But, there is actually like a little trick you can do to regain some psych during these cutscenes. Because there are several places where your sight gauge will decrease during the cutscene.
Yeah.
But if you rapidly press, the circle button, you can actually regenerate.
Oh, really?
Some of that stuff.
I think you just said the circle button. It's not the circle button, it's the X button. You've rapidly pressed the X button.
Oh, okay.
Or should I say the cross button?
Does this apply to every time?
Yeah, so every cutscene.
Or like when Sunny kind of says, don't smoke in here, and your sight gauge goes low.
Right.
You can still tap it.
Yeah. So whenever you see the sight gauge start to go down, just start tapping really quick, and you can fight it.
This?
I didn't know this, really.
Oh.
I'm really the first time I played MGS4, no one told me anything. I mean, even Otacon was not programmed to give hints. So
even Otacon wouldn't help you.
Yeah, it was one of the most
pop up the screen, but he doesn't talk.
Yeah, he doesn't talk, and or he talks about some other things, right?
Yeah,
the program's all screwed up. So that's my first impression. I'm doing my fourth at home recently, very slowly.
Cool. So you have time to properly explore, enjoy everything.
I mean, I'm more relaxed because I know what happens.
Right.
But when it's the first time, I mean, I really enjoyed the first time experience. So I missed a lot of things, like we're explaining in the Integral podcast. Like, this is the detail, that thing. And I think a lot of listeners are same with me. Even though they kind of seem to explore everything, what you tell, guys, Ken and Sean, talks on this show, is probably 80% of the people kind of, I didn't know that thing. If people sit through the game.
Yeah, so definitely, it pays to replay the game.
Yeah.
And actually, for these two particular items, you need to replay the game to get both of them, because you can only get one at a time.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
During that cutscene, you can only put in one code.
Yes.
So you'll have to get one or the other for these soundtracks. So for people who want to collect all the iPod tracks, they actually have to play through more than once.
I never even thought about trying to collect all of them.
Well, there are people who do.
That's why it's taking a long time to do the testing and,
I'm a lukewarm player, I say.
Yeah, and of course, we had to debug all of this. You know, like we'd play it through over and over and make sure like all the flags were set. And
Yes, cool.
Yeah, so okay. Hopefully, people will appreciate that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and, you know, one more code just to throw out there. This is something for people who want to have a little bit of help in the game. You know, you can get some extra Dragon points from this password segment also. And the code for that is 14893. And you'll actually get like 100,000 Dragon points from that. So that's a huge bonus.
Yeah.
So for people who want to get that, that's something they can do. If they think they need a little extra help and they want to buy some rare weapons.
All right.
Okay, so then one other thing, you know, we mentioned the police nuts poster in the room also, and people will remember from the last stage, we pointed out that you could take, you know, pictures of the ghosts in the stage, and this is actually a really good ghost to take a picture of because.
Okay, we'll do that in a second. I want to see if the cutscene will play if you put the Mark III in here. Ah, now, this is something I've never done. It doesn't really matter anyway, because after the cutscene you will be able to explore with Snake, but I never explored it first with the Mark III. But anyway, let's get on with the cutscene. Enjoy.
Hold on. I want to check security.
I probably missed a flashback there. I apologise.
Snake, that password I told you before, you remember it, right? Because I completely forgot. Can you punch it in for me? It's a 5-digit number.
Right, so we're going to do the 78925. So that indicates you've got something. Of course, it's going to be wrong.
Snake, I think maybe your memory... Don't worry. I'm sure I can remember it. Well, let's see. Oh! I jotted it down. See? No need to worry.
What? I knew the number. In fact, I remembered it just now.
Don't worry, Snake. Awkward. Awkward scene. Huh? Huh? What? Hmm? I wonder if that said remastered there. I don't realise that. It said remastered.
This version is totally obsolete. It's gonna take a little work. This is the room where we first met, huh?
Yep.
conjuring up any unpleasant memories, is it? I was being attacked by Frank Yeager.
And you pissed yourself.
Yeah, I remember.
You pissed your pants.
If you hadn't shown up when you did,
You would have shat yourself.
shivers just thinking about it.
You would have shat yourself, of course.
Snake, you saved my life.
Naomi hated them for what they did to Frank's body. But it was me that crippled him in the first place. She must have hated me too.
We shouldn't have been so trusting. I blame myself, too. I helped develop Rex. That's why it was so easy for me to believe her feelings were genuine. But she was only using us to atone for her sins.
So what? What did she do to us?
You forgot already? She betrayed you. She stole your blood.
If that was all, it should have been over and done with in South America. Why'd she join us afterward?
Well,
She has us come rescue her, and then she turns around and goes straight back to Liquid. Why would she do that?
I don't know, Snake. But it looks like she's still with him.
What?
I just had a look at the security access logs. As I thought, there's people coming and going at frequent intervals. In fact, the record shows some recent activity. Look at this. It's an image taken a few hours ago by a surveillance camera up ahead.
Naomi.
And Vamp.
The Beauty and the Beast.
They've been through here. And from what we've gleaned from the security records, it can only mean one thing. They're headed for Rex's old underground hangar. I finished rebooting security and released the locks. The door on the first floor ought to open for you now.
Amazing. Almost makes me nostalgic for the days when you needed a key card for every door.
Yep. It's been 9 years. All you really have to do is reinterpret the old technology in terms of the new. Getting old isn't all that bad, you know. Let's get going, Snake.
Alright, just let Icon say what he's got to say first. So we've got the import music from the Police Knots game. This is one of Kojima's, was it after Metal Gear actually? I think it was after Metal Gear 2. Maybe like this sort of mid to, maybe early to mid 90s. But he did that and Zone of the Enders. Of course, Konami did I think they did a recent Zone of the Enders game. But Police Knots, as you've seen on the poster, it says set in 2040. Opening music set as an accompaniment to snowfall on a futuristic Los Angeles.
I finished unlocking the door on the first floor. It should open now.
Oh look, there's a Playboy magazine here, Otacon. Oh no, okay. I thought maybe it was just on the floor. And Otacon like to, you know, like to look at the Playboy magazines, but just for us. Oh, I've got a full regain. So you probably think that's something on the floor as well, but it's actually a regain that you can pick up. So if you equip the, obviously the solid eye, it'll show you. Some noodles we don't really need. Grenades. Now back in the original Metal Gear Solid, there was a PlayStation here right in this space here, but it's not here now. It's a shame though. I wish they kept that bit in. That's meant to be it. No, of course not. It's way too big. Unless they moved it. Also, there was a Mario, like a little toy Mario here somewhere. Can't really interact with any of this. It's bulletproof. Police Knots poster. I've actually seen a playthrough of Police Knots. I can't remember.
I've been waiting for you, Snake. Who are you? Neither enemy nor friend.
Gray Fox. Colonel, that ninja is Gray Fox. Ridiculous. You yourself in Zanzibar land.
Yes. He should have been killed, but he's still alive.
What?
They were using a soldier for their gene therapy experiments.
How long are you gonna stay in there? Huh? Are you one of them? No, I'm not. I always work alone. Alone? Are you an otaku too? Come on, get out.
Sounds like a just like a chilling kind of flashback there. You hear that? But as I was saying, I don't think I've ever looked at the reviews for Police Knots when it came out. I'm guessing it was given quite good reviews. I'm not sure. We got the Zone of the Enders poster there, and as you know, in Metal Gear Solid 2, you could have the Zone of the Enders cardboard box. Apparently, that box was probably a lot stronger than any of the others. Let's see if Oricon's got to say anything else.
The door on the first floor is unlocked now. You can go through any time.
Okay.
The door on...
Ah, shut up.
Yes, Snake?
Just here for my checkup.
Your psych is looking good right now. Nothing to worry about so far as I can see.
Good.
Snake, your psych gauge is affected by the conditions you're in. Staying in a place that's too hot or too cold or being exposed to combat conditions for extended periods causes stress to build up in your body and mind. The more tension you've accumulated, the more your psych gauge decreases. As the gauge decreases, it starts to negatively affect your performance. Your hands start to shake, and your life gauge recovers more slowly.
Get real.
Vision gets blurry, and you can't make out your targets. All of these things impair your ability to complete the mission.
I don't know.
So be sure and keep an eye on your psych gauge at all times.
Why don't you do it? Alright. Let's continue on then. I think they might say something about the PlayStation model being in the original. Unless they just want to move on.
This is where you can take Hideo Kojima's picture in ghost form. Cool. He's right next to the Police Knots poster on the left. So for people who want to collect all of the ghostly images throughout Shadow Moses, you can get Director Kojima's picture here.
Ah, okay. The picture. Let's have a look. What's it say next to the Police Knots picture here? Poster? Hey, there he is. He doesn't look that happy, does he? He looks like he's a bit angry. It's like, how dare you? Cool.
Yes, this is the biggest one, isn't it? Hideo's ghost picture. Yes, really weird ideas. Which is really fun for the fans.
Yeah.
Really weird idea. Okay.
Okay, and one other thing, after you watch the cutscenes and you restore power to the Shadow Moses facility, as we touched on in the last episode, If you return back to the tank hangar and go up to the second floor catwalk, you'll remember that there was that room that we couldn't get into last time.
Oh, because it's locked.
Right.
Or the power is...
Right. Yeah. But, it's kind of locked and you can't get in. But this time, you restore the power and the computer system's back up and Autocon disables all security, so you can go back there and pick up an iPod track in that room.
Wow.
So
that's actually the first time I've actually taken a picture of that and seen Kojima's face. Never was really bothered about taking the pictures, but I suppose when I'm playing this now and listening to the podcasts, it's good to have a look. I know there's probably several others.
If you want to backtrack, go ahead and grab that.
Okay, I know the geckos have these voices, and these are supposed to be the very calm of cicadas and cows and the moos and things like that.
Right.
And I heard from Hideo at the very beginning of the development when he was thinking about these geckos. He wanted to make... he has always this golden rule of keeping the tension, tightening it, loosening it, tightening it, so that the overall tension is really tight.
Right.
So he told me that for these geckos, even they look so kind of like, when you first look at them, they're almost like disgusting, right? Because they're like, you don't know if they're mechanic or animals or,
kind of creepy.
Yeah, they're very creepy. But he said he wanted to create this sound where people kind of, just forget that they're in the war zone or in a battle, and all these cicadas and the cow sounds supposed to bring you the, relaxing mood.
Right.
And these are really, really, nasty guys, the geckos.
Yeah.
And when you're in this relaxing mood, they're really trying to kill you. Is that true? Was that deliberately made that way?
It was, but I think it's also, it's just a really creepy sound, because it's kind of like, you're up against nature. It's kind of like this wild beast, and it's not like you said, it's mechanical, but it's organic, and it's kind of scary because it's mooing at you like, making these weird sounds, and so it's definitely something that doesn't feel manufactured like a robot.
Sean, that kind of wraps up this session of Shadow Moses. Did you talk everything you wanted? I mean,
There's a lot to talk about, but I don't think we have time for that. We only have about half an hour.
We just want to tell everyone that we cut like 3 hours of recording session.
Yeah.
Sean went on and on about it.
Well, he has so much memory and some like good stuff. And
you spent how many years on this?
About 2 years.
2 years, but 2 years, but
times 24 hours times
24 hours times like 7 days a week or something.
Okay. Well, I hate to really cut it, Sean, but we got to go on to our next stage, which is the last stage.
Right. So we'll be moving on to Haven.
Yes.
Yeah. Finally, last stage. It's kind of sad, isn't it?
It's sad.
Yeah, because there are.
Yeah. Don't want to mention anything about what's happened in the last stage. I don't know if it opens once they open this bit. Someone's using the lift. Who could it be?
Oh man, more gecko! The Mark III is totally defenseless while working on the door. You'll have to distract the gecko so they don't spot it.
Yeah. Done.
Okay, Snake, it's open now.
Now they said that you can... Oh, there we go. Now it's open. I think that's what I got confused maybe like the first couple of times we're playing this. They said that you can go back but it was closed and didn't realise you had to wait until afterwards. Let's go back. Alright, now we can... Let's self back on now. I mean, it's crazy. Like this canyon just seems so much smaller than in the original. Destroy each other. I don't know how many it is you got to destroy before you get that weapon that you mentioned. Ammo. Shame it's not a Wednesday. We've got some discounts. Snake, even with auto aim, you're terrible. Come on now. Can he all out? Oh, okay, now. now. Aha. Ah. Cheeky. There we go. So it's only in the second run of main theme. The defiant scat lyrics are composed of fictional words based loosely on Finnish, representing the ADA AI's inner world. Did I even go in this one? I think I remember. Oh yes, the presser for the MK23. Well. Now I'm assuming that suppressor doesn't deteriorate. No, it does. Free. Okay. Have the light on or off. Switch it by pressing square. That was one of the things that annoyed me about this gun, especially in MGS2. I don't know if you could switch it on or off. I can't remember. Yeah, the flashlight. Probably could. Never did it. It'd be funny if you could throw a grenade and it'd be like some sort of flashback. I don't think there is. Strange how they've actually put a tank here, not like left it out there where it's destroyed. You can't use these things there, can you? No. Looks so tiny, I don't know, like compared to MGS1 version. See Vamps and Naomi's footprints here. I'm going to take off his face camo for this. Sorry, Snake. Enjoy the scene. Wait.
Show me your tears. Let them flow. Cry until your eyes run red.
Turn it down a little bit. I'm going to try and get a non-lethally quickly. It probably won't work, but I'll try. Oh, that is the that's the weapon that they were talking about, the DE. I don't remember getting that. Maybe I got it in the ages ago then. Saiga 12, max shotgun. I remember ages ago someone mentioned about the Saiga 12 as a pretty good weapon to use. Oh yeah, the go to sleep. Sleep, child, sleep. Where's there she is. Alright. Yeah, what do you want? No! Don't run away! Come back, I've got goodies for you.
Something's coming!
Missed. Ooh, nearly.
Where are they hiding?
Sleepy time. Sleepy time. that work? No. I can't remember what it is you fire. Is it the... I mean, smoke, surely. You have to have a cough with some help. She's a Russian. She is. Go away. Oh, this shit. Ow. What? I did not get her. Just totally blows him away. What? Yeah, they can hear the solid eye. Where am I? Where are you? You bitch. Damn it, where did she go? Oh. Sorry, Snake, I'm stressed. Nothing. You heard nothing. Excuse me? You missed. Damn it, she knows I like hiding drums. Deborah? Who's Deborah? Because his aim's terrible. What? No, I really do need to get him in the drum. You just switch through between these rations and the noodles. Where did you go? Get up. Oh, I don't want to go around that way just yet.
It's the enemy!
Go. What is that noise? No. I don't want to use that. Good night. Huh? Huh? Oh, this shit. Hello. It's better throw a grenade at me. How dare you? Oh no, I don't want to go down that bit just yet. See what you got me doing here, Wolf? No. Where do you think you're going? Oh, I don't want to go around that way. Gotcha. Oh, quit your crime. You'll see.
I hear them. I hear the cries. The cries of babies. Stop it! Stop crying! Please! Please stop crying! Go away. Don't come any closer. I'm sorry. I was so scared. Forgive me. I'm sorry. You can cry if you want to. Cry if you need to. I don't need tears anymore. I've cried myself dry. So cry as much as you like. I will be there to listen.
Damn well better. Oh wow, it recovered. Cool. There's the doll. Crying Wolf doll. Action figure of Crying Wolf's customized battle suit. This item's left behind by one of the werewolf soldiers on Shadow Moses. Makes a great gift for Sam. I don't think I for me. I don't think she dances, does she? Just gonna listen to this. I think it's just from our past.
Nothing
Alright, okay, let's carry on. The thing is, you need to have the camera. I don't know how they took it. Let's go to the John Camp now. Oh wow, okay, one shot and that was it. Jeez. Must have blasted that right in her face. Snake, we've already got one of those.
Yo, Snake, I finished laundering that railgun you picked up just now. Knock yourself out. It's on the house.
Thanks.
Time for another bedtime story, Snake. This one's about Crying Wolf. You don't need me to tell you there's whole nations in Africa tearing themselves apart in the name of ethnic cleansing. Well, she was born into that environment. When she was a little girl, her village was attacked by rival armed factions. Her parents and siblings were slaughtered, and she was left a refugee. She took her last surviving relative, her baby brother, and ran as far as she could away from the war zone. One day, They came across an enemy unit, so she took her brother and hid in an abandoned shack. And then her brother started to cry. She knew that if the soldiers heard the noise, they would find them and kill them both. So she wrapped her hand as tight as she could around his mouth. As the footsteps gradually went away, she came back to her senses. Her brother wasn't crying anymore. Horrified, she pulled her hand away, covered in sweat and spit. He wasn't breathing. They say wolves eat their own pups when they die. She was spotted wandering through the thick of battle, carrying her dead brother in her arms. She had visions, too. A wolf walking alongside her. Every night, the wolf would howl and cry, just like her brother did that day. Eventually, she made it to a government-run refugee camp. But by then, her brother's body had rotted away. The camp was crowded with refugees like herself, and little children like her brother. Day and night, she was tormented by the cries of babies. The wolf that followed her heard her sorrowful screams and answered. He made his way around the camp, and one by one, he silenced the children. She tried to stop it, but she was powerless to stop the wolf. A few days passed, and on the eve of the enemy's raid, there wasn't a child left. The adults who survived were torn up pretty bad. Of course, there was never any wolf in that camp. She was the one who killed those babies. But she couldn't bring herself to admit it. She couldn't bear the thought of herself going from one baby to the next, howling like a wolf, snuffing out their little lives. And she never did, even as crying wolf, a lonely beast forever stalking the battlefield. Snake, fighting with you made Wolf finally accept what she'd done. She was cleansed by you. If the cries she heard of children on the battlefield have been silenced, it's because of you. You ought to be proud. 3 down, 1 to go. All that's left is Mantis. But you should know, Snake, she's been controlling all the other beasts. She's the beast of beasts. Don't let her get her hooks in you.
I won't.
See you around, Snake.
Welcome home, Wolf.
All right. Got some other songs on. We haven't listed any others yet. Stuff at the beginning, I suppose. Oh wait, there might be flashbacks. Don't worry about the wolves. They're gonna love Snake. Nope. Oh, love her. Over here should be one of the flashbacks, maybe. Over here. Yep.
Come on, fly! See you in hell, Liquid.
Well, that take care of the cremation. Nope. Yeah, they're gonna follow Snake or wherever he goes. Here. Well, I didn't want to go during the gameplay part. Hey.
Snake, leave me and run. War is meaningless. Nothing comes out of war. Snake, please, save yourself. Go on living and don't give up on people.
Oh, they're doing it in unison. No. No. Should be able to go back in the those old rooms with the weapons in.
Snake! What was she fighting for? What am I fighting for? What are you fighting for?
If we make it through this, I'll tell you.
Okay. I'll be searching soon.
That one's not open. It's a shame that none of them are open. There might be some flashbacks on the on the towers, but man, you can't really go up to the top anyway. It's all been destroyed. Okay, where am I going? The shafts. Should still be. Oh no, they moved it out of the way. These blocks.
Hold it, Snake. Time to change the disc. I know, it's a pain. But you need to swap disc 1 for disc 2. You see the disc labeled 2?
No.
Huh? Oh, wait. We're on PlayStation 3. It's a Blu-ray disc. Dual layered, too. No need to swap.
Damn it, Otacon! Get a grip!
Yeah, what an age we live in, huh, Snake? Wonder what they'll think of next. The blast furnace is just below. Keep going down.
That it?
The blast...
What about now? Ooh.
That reminds me, Snake. When you fought Liquid's Hind D on the comm tower, there was a nasty blizzard back then, too.
That was a tough scrape.
But you still managed to shoot down his gunship. Up till then, I'd heard that even with a man-pads, going one-on-one against an attack chopper was an act of suicide. I thought only Hollywood action stars did that kind of thing, but you made it look easy.
I just told you, it wasn't that easy.
Really? But you were all like, oh, I had to take out that helicopter. Real cool. Like it was nothing.
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's get going. We got a long way to go to Rex's hangar.
Yeah, you're right, Snake. The cargo elevator down to Rex's hangar is ahead. It's that big door in the back, on the right. Head through that door and keep going.
Oh, damn it. Went the wrong way. No. Oh, we get a flashback here.
Snake. I've got something to tell you about Naomi Hunter. What about her? She might be a spy.
No way.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
Great Fox.
You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge.
But I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
I vowed revenge.
Ah, shut up. Switch weapons now. This. This is the part we never really saw in MGS4. This bit. I don't think. Keep pressing start. Select.
The rolling facility is a long, narrow space that stretches south to north. The southern half houses the rollers, while the northern half is used to cool the finished steel sheets. The drainage duct lies beyond that. Head for that drainage duct. Careful, Snake. This place is crawling with gecko and dwarf gecko.
It must have been Vamp who sealed the blast furnace door.
How do you figure?
No one ever comes down here, and yet there's gecko everywhere. He must have figured if I couldn't get the door open, I'd come down here. That freak set up a kill zone just for me.
Figures. Snake, don't let him get to you. You've got to get through there alive.
I thought there was more than just that one gecko there. Maybe just because it's on normal, it's probably why. It's kind of cool though. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Go and check it out. That, huh? Uh-oh. Well, nearly. Hiya!
Finally, it's just up ahead. The hangar's just a little bit further. Stay en route.
What do you mean, finally? Shut up. Look at that. Hey! Little freaks. Little baby. Hiya! Hiya! Such a good weapon. Hello. Now the snake. Up the buckle of that jaws mushroom.
Rex is on the floor above you. Use the lift.
I don't think they let you through this door unless you take them all out. Well, if you get caught, that is. Enjoy the scenes.
Hop on, Snake. I'll send her up. Rex. Look, the railgun's been removed. Liquid doesn't need the whole Rex to launch his nuke. He only needs the railgun.
Damn it. Has it already been shipped?
Hang on, I'll check.
I'm afraid so. Unfortunately for you, the railgun is no longer here.
Naomi!
This place will be your grave, as my queen wishes. The suicide gecko are on their way. Soon, there'll be nothing left of this place.
We've been had. Otacon!
Snake, I think I might be able to get it working. I just need some time.
Hurry!
I'll leave the rest to you.
Naomi!
Excellent. You'll amuse me until they arrive.
Come on. Take that out. Bring you back in. Try and get him non-lethally.
I'll take care of Rex. You take Vamp. Kill that monster. Get Naomi back, Snake. Please.
Is this your best?
Shout out.
Enough.
You did it, Snake!
What have you done? There. Now you're a mere mortal, like the rest of us.
Clever. But can you kill this mere mortal?
Snake, look out! They're rigged to self-destruct!
Of course, Snake, don't move out of the way so quickly. Hey!
Snake, sorry to have kept you all waiting.
You ready for this?
Sonny gave me the go-ahead.
How about it, undying man? Care to die too?
Sorry, but I can't die just yet.
Then kill me.
Snake, this one is mine. You keep those gecko at bay.
Whatever.
We're gonna buy you some time.
I'll do my best.
Wait, you're a scout too, are you not? Then, let us duel with blades.
Great pose. I would like to use the other weapon, really.
Suicide geckos. They blow up and they take us with them. You've got to keep them back. I'm sending you data on where to aim. Put a bullet through their brains.
Damn you, Gecko.
Snake, lights on that crouched gecko are blinking. When they stop blinking, it'll blow. Don't let that happen.
Oh, I can't. Just shut up. This one or...
Damn! Here they come again! Hang in there, Snake! Don't give up! Above you! They're coming from above! Snake, be careful!
Argon, how are you, Argon?
You've got to hold those gecko at bay until I finish checking on Rex. The gecko are rigged to blow themselves up. You need to destroy them before they finish their self-destruct sequence. Time to show off your sharpshooting skills.
Oh, yawn.
Just like that, Snake.
Do it. No, I can't. I can't shoot. I can't do it. No way. I'll hit Raiden.
Raiden won't matter. You won't care. Well, I guess enjoy the scenes now.
He was never immortal. His natural healing abilities were enhanced by the nanomachines inside his body. But after so many battles, he's finally reached his limit.
Doctor, ease my pain.
you something.
What is it?
I cooked them right.
I see. Good for you, Sonny. You finally did it. No, I can't save you. You have to trust me, Dr. Emmer. Give this to him. Not for revenge, but to end his suffering. Now you can return to your true self. You can be at peace. Yes. Forgive me.
This doesn't change anything. Why?
We can't erase the past, nor can we forgive it. And so the only thing we can do is end it. Snake. Liquid's down below us. He's stolen the Patriot system, slipped out of their sight, and taken their Ark.
Ark?
A warship. Unfettered by land, law, country, or network. The only place where they are truly released from the shackles of the Patriots. The place where they can be free. Outer Haven.
Outer Haven?
Liquid plans to launch the nuke from that ship. Snake. You have been given life so that you may fulfill your purpose. When all of this is over, you'll have no choice but to accept death. We are given life only so that we can atone for our sins. Your life was created for that very purpose. We all must atone for our own sins. We must not pass them on to the next generation. We must not leave them for the future. That is your true fate. One that even you cannot defy.
Naomi!
What have you done?
Vamp and I, we are the same. We're living corpses. Our bodies kept barely alive by nanomachines.
Then you...
Cancer. I shouldn't even be alive right now. The nanomachines have kept it from progressing. But there's nothing more they can do. With the nanomachines gone, time will unfreeze and begin to flow again.
What are you saying?
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hell.
Don't!
Give my best to Sonny.
Naomi, don't do it!
Are you crying? For me?
Naomi, why?
You have such beautiful eyes. I'm sorry for everything.
Let's get moving.
Why does it always end this way?
Otacon! Come on! Pull yourself together!
Naomi!
They're coming!
Why would you want to cry over Naomi? Jeez.
Snake, you're right. I haven't lost everything yet. I've still got a job to do.
That's right. We need you.
I'm done crying. I don't have any more tears to shed. We have to get out of here.
Any ideas?
Time's running short, so I'll explain as we go. Pay close attention.
I'm listening.
Promise me you'll carry on. Or will.
I mean, it's not the fact that, you know, having the C word is the worst thing anyone can have. You wouldn't wish that upon your worst enemy. But just her as a person in this series, definitely one of the probably top 2 worst people in the series. I don't know which is worse, her or Zero. I don't know. She's definitely definitely a bad person.
Snake, we have to get out. Follow the supply. Stomp those gecko and head straight for the exit. Snake, I've made Rex's control manual available. Check it out before you get started.
I didn't beat him up. Too loud.
They self-destructed.
Ah well.
What's that?
It's Jaws. Oh no. That ain't Jaws. It's Rey from Star Wars. Charles.
It's not over. Not yet. Liquid. Moses. Where our fates were born. And where yours ends, Snake.
I remember playing this on European Extreme. Bloody tough.
Finish this, Snake. Ray will not try to arrest you, but you've got me on your side. You can't lose. Crush Ray and Liquid with it. Wait for it to reload.
Alright.
Recharge, Snake. There's not enough power left. Wait for the energy to recharge, Snake. Look out! Fire! Snake, shoot down the approaching missiles with the machine cannon. Don't let a single one slip through. Now's your chance! Look out! Fire!
Ah! I know it's laser. Yes! Both his arms came off. Probably won't be in a cutscene though. Oh yeah. Whoa. Cool. Nice.
Where's Liquid?
Think again. Sorry, but that won't work this time.
Damn it.
Behold! Liquid!
Liquid's laugh is so funny in this bit here.
Begins! But as for you, brother, you'll stay here to mark the silent's watery grave. Die, snake! forgive me.
Jack, do you remember the day we met?
Yeah, it was in front of Federal Hall. There were all these tourists around you.
They were asking me which building it was that King Kong was climbing in the movie. I said it was probably the Chrysler building. And then you showed up and started mouthing off. You were like, no, it's the Empire State.
I said the Chrysler building was in Godzilla.
We started arguing, and I forgot all about the tourists.
The next thing we knew, the tourists had gone away. And a week later, I found you again by coincidence out in the base corridor.
An amazing coincidence.
That night, we went up to the top of the Empire State Building.
It was so beautiful.
I didn't care anymore who was right.
And that was our first date.
We watched King Kong in your apartment a bunch of times that night. Didn't sleep till morning.
Worthless fossil!
Right, so that's Act 4 completed. We'll finish this up on Sunday because this, this Act 5 and the rest of it's going to take absolutely ages. They also have the one more podcast. I think it's the last one for Act 5. Now, Act 5, the very beginning of it is kind of interesting. They'll probably guide us into parts that you may not know about, but I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, of course it's still 3 days away, but there's no way I'd want to do this on Friday and Saturday night. because when my son's here, it's just gonna be pretty long, and it's not really ideal for me to do this kind of stream on when my son's here. So I don't think I even stream tomorrow night, or Saturday night. I don't think I will be doing that, but be back Sunday with this. We can finish this up, and then yeah. Also, unfortunately, with Road 96 here, they literally yesterday they took it off the PlayStation Plus Extra, which is unfortunate. But once it's on sale, I'll buy it, and because I don't think it's a good game, but I don't think it's worth its full price. I do believe it's worth like just £10, but it's on the store for 16. But once it's on sale, I'll definitely get it, as well as its prequel, which is cool. But yeah, thank you for watching. Now we're back Sunday. Take care. Just save it first. All right. See you Sunday, guys. Bye.